Hey, welcome back to Paradise. Work, Paradise. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Hey, I'm just gonna show you around a little bit today. I'm so far behind on posting videos. It's just incredibly I'm just procrastinating. But just to show you what we got going on. Dad's semi-trailer's in here. Well, part of it is. It's got 2 new airbags on the back, the suspension bags. One of them was leaking, and so we got that done this morning. It's Saturday, I don't know, March something, 10th. Oh, and then there's that beauty back there. Got a Ponzi Buffalo, and the operator called me the other day, and he says, hey, what happens? How come the back end doesn't move? And, or it's stuck, and I'm going to show you a little picture here. Pretty nice machine, all Ponzis are. They're good quality machines, but something happened in the rear end, and I'm going to show you, see if I can get a close-up. And this is what we call, when we hear it coming in the shop and it's crunching, this kind of repair, we just kind of go, oh man, that sounds terrible. And the other thing we say is, that sounds expensive. And I'm going to show you just what I mean. And this one is going to be expensive. Maintenance pays, checking oil pays. Trust me, people out there. I mean, not everybody's perfect. Obviously, things happen, and I'm not blaming the guy that owns the machine, but or anybody else. It's just one of those things. Maintenance. Take the time, check it. Check the levels of fluid, and my guess is something happened. We lost fluid out of the rear end, the differential, etc., and it just ran dry, and it decided to turn itself into hamburger. And when iron wants to be hamburger, it makes a lot of noise, and it makes a lot of bad things happen. So I'm going to give you a close-up of what happened to the casting here, and bear with me because I have to dig my flashlight out of my pocket so I can light up the world for you. That's the crack in the casting. Where are we? Right there. And mind you, that is about a ½ inch thick. Oh hell, that cast iron is probably 3/4 of an inch thick. I opened the door accidentally here with my door button in my pocket. As long as I'm on the tour, we've got her jacked up in the air and we're ready to roll the axle out. That's kind of how we do it. We don't have an overhead crane, so we move the whole machine and yeah, get her ready to repair. Next on the agenda, and like I said earlier, I'm glad that we're busy again. That's fine. This guy, I think I showed you this before. The engine's ready to come out. The clutch is back, way back in there. So we basically have to pull the whole engine out to get at the clutch and pressure plate. And of course, you guys have all seen this guy. It's still here. Old Fabtech. We got some more parts yesterday, so we can continue to work on it. And I'll give you a little indoor. Seats out. Oh my goodness. Look at the wires you have to deal with in the computer and the... Hey, it's still fun. That just keeps you learning stuff every day. Here's another little picture of the engine compartment. Got her all clean and pretty, and she's going back together, and a little at a time. All new hoses down in the center section. All new hoses here. And then we got this guy. This guy came in this week also. meaning the machine. It's a Ponzi Ergo. High hour machine. It's got 23,000 hours on it. I think it's a 2002 or 2003. The engine has a pretty good miss when it warms up. And so here again, we're working on Saturday to get, you go from nothing to working. The guys left here a while ago, but here's what we got going on. We've got it's a Mercedes engine, a 906 Mercedes, basically a 6-cylinder, 275 horsepower, I believe, and we've got 1 through 6 injectors out, and we've got a lot of debris and carbon on number 2 and number 3, and we're suspecting that these are all original to the engine with 23,000 hours on it. Of course, there's the rocker, assembly and the crossover fuel tubes, and got her all covered up, keeping all the dirt and debris out of it like you should when you're working on internals of an engine. And so Monday we're going to get some new injectors for it, and we're going to fire it up and put it back together, fire it up and see what happens. Hopefully that cures the engine miss, because the computer doesn't tell us, you know, all that new technology in the world, and you plug it into the main computer on the machine, the diagnostics, and it doesn't tell you anything. So here's where you get to be a mechanic, and this, hopefully a skilled mechanic over time, and we get to figure it out based on what's up there, experience. And just like going to the doctor, questioning the patient, the customer, figuring out what has been happening, the history of the machine, and so we're going with 6 new injectors, and hopefully that takes care of it, and she'll run like a top again. She's old, but she'll run good, and that's it. So I'm going to hook up on this, get Dad's semi and hook this trailer out, get it the hell out of my way. That's not in my way, but just get it out of the shop and make room for it, and so he's got it ready for Monday morning so he can go to work if he needs to. And so, all right, that's an update. It's been a while. That's all, folks.